fellow Jews. How do you do? I'd like to introduce
I raised you better than that.
Jewish Mom Approved.
I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. Hi, I'm Libby Walker, and you're watching Jewish Mom Approved, the show where you can get dating tips, lifestyle advice, and maybe a recipe or two. But I wouldn't count on it. A little bit later, we'll be talking to my good old friend Kosha Dillz, bagel expert and rap star. But first, have you ever taken a road trip and not told your Jewish mom? If so, comment below. I promise I won't tell her.
Jewish Mom Approved.
Hi guys, I'm Sheryl, and I'm very upset right now. Okay, well, I just found out that my daughter, the person who I gave life to, went on a plane. She did not tell me the itinerary. She did not tell me when she was landing. She did not tell me, when she was arriving, what she was going to do. So what did I do? I found the hotel number. I gave them a call. I set up a special room specifically for her so I could get the updates. Ridiculous. You have to update your mother on where you go. Period. Some of you may have had enough, but Sheryl Cowan can never get enough kosher for Passover matzah. I mean, look at this beautiful hechsher. 10 out of 10. We'll keep you for next year. So would you believe the other day we're at an amusement park? Okay, very COVID safe situation. Okay, we're talking, I don't let my children on the ride. So COVID safe, we're doing our own shebang, we're keeping the masks on. And my daughter says to me, Mom, I want to go on the ride. 22 years old or 2 years old. You are not tall enough. You are not going on the ride. She said, I'm 5'8". What are you talking about? I'm like, no, are you kidding? This is a joke. I would go crazy. I mean, they're going up, they're going down, I can't even keep track of my child. I don't want to see her flipping around. I don't know how parents allow the children at amusement parks on rides. Now, I know you're all aware, I go through Chava's phone from time to time, and I wanted to give you all an update. So there's nothing going on with the last boy. Oh, we're over it, she says. Okay, well, I was checking her phone again, and it seems like Joseph Weinstein might be in the running. I mean, the text messages were looking a little bit on the interesting side, and like I said before, I mean, what does he do? Is there anything better about him? Is he taller than 6 foot? Is there something in the water? I may or may not go and find his parents' number. I mean, why not, right? You know what I'm talking about.
Jewish Mom Approved.
In just a minute, I'm going to talk to my friend and popular Jewish rapper, Kosha Dillz. You could find his music on Apple Music and Spotify, but for now, check out his 10 bagel commandments.
On this bad boy, let's go. I've been eating these things for years and never wrote me the manual about what I ate my whole life. You know the fattest souls. The word bagel comes from Krakow Yiddish. For the unemployed, broken those getting the spinach. Exercise is something that you'll be needing, cause a bagel and cream cheese is the God that I believe in. And all I pray for is the bread never spoils, so I eat it fresh out the oven, hand rolled and kettle boiled. Make sure you shop local. Tomato, onion, cream cheese, enough for the whole crew. I need it in 5 minutes in a rush, my dude. Eat it on train, FaceTime, or in a bunch of Zooms. 3.
Hello, and welcome to Jewish Mom Approved Kosha Dillz.
What's up?
Kosha Dillz is the ultimate Jewish rapper. You could find him in different costumes all over New York City. He did live in LA before, so we're going to learn a little bit about that too. But welcome. So nice to see you. I mean, you're a great friend of mine. I'm so happy we connected years ago, then reconnected, and now look at us. How monumental we're here today.
What a monumental. Wow, when you were saying that, I forgot that we linked up. You were in Buffalo.
Yeah, I was in college and Kosha Dillz rapped at my Chabad, and I was like, who is this guy? While I was eating pickles, I was like, first of all, I love pickles, like huge on pickles. So perfect entry to the first question. Why Kosha Dillz? Like, where did that come from?
It was a sexual reference when I was young. I was like a teenager. So I was like, oh, Kosha Dill. When I came out as Kosha Dill, my friend was Yak Balls. He was Persian. I was Jewish. Then it became like, oh, it's like a Jewish thing and like a dealing thing, like Kosha Dillz. So I changed it to Katie Flo, and then it came out as Kosha Dillz like in 2005. So yeah, it was like a triple entendre of just, you know, and that's kind of like what rap is. Like things have double meanings, triple meanings and stuff. So
why keep it for so long? I mean, you could have changed it, right? If you wanted to.
I could have changed it, but you know, I think Kosha Dillz, one, is an extremely dope ass name.
Agreed.
I think it takes a lot of chutzpah to have a stage name instead of using your original name. And my original name is Rami Matan Evanesh. It's a super dope name too. And I like to keep like the Jewish identity, you know what I'm saying? As far as like when people are like, oh, you know, it makes people know that you're Jewish, like right off the bat. And Absolutely. That becomes, I think that's important for many reasons. And that has changed over time as like certain things just happen in the world. So yes, to keep it as Kosha Dillz. That's what I've been building since the beginning. And I believe it is the best thing ever. So that's why I keep it. I'm not going to change up and like abandon it. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what people know me as, you know, not everyone knows my real name. So.
Yeah, no, I feel elite to have known your real name for a while. I mean,
remember the elite, you remember the elite people that know my real name. Yeah.
The VIP.
You could easily look it up online too and make an effort. But I mean, like, you know,
make an effort. Come on.
People can make an effort.
People are lazy.
Yeah, lazy bastard.
But okay, so what does Judaism mean to you, right? I mean, you obviously want that to be a title, and when people see your music.
I don't technically want it to be a title. Honestly, I just want people, like, not everyone even picks up that it is a Jewish thing. Like non-Jewish people, like, oh, kosher, like I had those pickles. I didn't really get it. Not everyone even, I think not everybody knows what kosher deals are. You think everyone does, but not everyone does, you know, overseas people don't. Kosher is Jewish. I think having an identity, like a public identity, you know, for me is really important. And this is the way I keep a public identity. Like I don't wear a yarmulke all the time and dress in black and white. So you wouldn't be like, oh, you're Jewish, right? But if people know me from music, which I've been promoting that every day for many years, day in and day out, may I say, that it's a great way to remind people that I'm a Jew, and also a good way to like attract other Jewish people in your life by saying like, hello, I'm a Jew, you know, because people could just blend in on life and people don't know that they're Jewish, you know. It's not like, not everyone goes to the store and know they're Jewish. If someone's like, oh, what's your stage name? Oh, Kosha Dillz. Oh, you're Jewish. Like, and then it just opens up a whole. It
becomes a conversation.
Becomes a conversation piece. People tell me how they grew up. People tell me, oh, my best friend's Muslim. My mom grew up Christian. She converted to Islam, and then the father was Jewish. And it's like, you're like, yeah, I didn't ask for all that, but they just offer it. So it's cool. So I'm really grateful.
That's the key to like that conversation.
Yeah. So it's cool. I'm happy that I have the name.
I love
that. Happy that I have this couch as well. Hope you guys like it.
Yeah, no, first of all, looking like a king, right? I mean, NJB over here. Girls, he's a mensch.
You know,
I was going to ask you this a little bit later, but any ladies, Kosha Dillz, anyone we should be, I mean, what's your pitch if you're single? You know, we got to find you.
I'm extremely successful. I'm single, and I'm like epic. You know?
Ready to mingle?
Yeah, sure. Like if it's worth mingling, you know. But I think like, you know, when it comes to dating, I mean, you know, I'm more about attracting, not promoting. You see what I'm saying? Like I try to attract the energy. So
well, I just want to say to everybody here, call 1-800-Sheryl if you think you have an interest in the Kosha Dillz, and if it's Jewish mother approved, though, I may or may not tell him. Depends how I feel.
If you approve of it, you could do the screening process, and then I'll, you know.
I would love to do a dating show specifically for Kosha Dillz.
For me?
I love it.
All right, I'm excited.
So with Judaism, right? You
it's obviously super important to you. I know you're really big in the Jewish community now. You've really created a name for yourself, whether it's in the streets and kind of just giving people that full-on experience. Same thing on Clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about your experience with that and who you brought on there.
Well, on Clubhouse, so I'm going to take this hat off. I wanted to put it on for a second, but I just realized.
Oh, it's okay. The ladies needed to see it. It was essential.
Yeah, I was like, listen, I have this hat, you know. I got it actually from like a guy who's like, once I started rapping in suits, he's like, I got to get you a blue suit. And he just gave me this really nice.
You got it from a guy. Very nice mensch.
Yeah.
We'll learn to be like this
yeah,
guy.
they gave me the whole thing, the whole getup. So yeah, we started bringing on Holocaust survivors to Clubhouse. I brought the first Holocaust survivor on Clubhouse with my buddy Adam Swig, who runs a nonprofit called Value Culture.
Love Adam.
Mm-hmm. And he was doing a lot of Jewish events in the Bay. So I played at like the Jewish Museum in like 2014. And then it was like Jewish Appreciation Night at Golden State Warriors. And I got a gig there, like rapping with like the Hanukkah, like, you know, during Hanukkah, it'll be like the Brooklyn Nets or, you know, Hanukkah festival. And like, you know, they sell like 1,000 tickets to like Jews, and you know what I'm saying? And that's how these people market to communities. Like it's Korean Appreciation Night. And, you know, in Los Angeles Dodgers. And there's like, you know, you notice there's like, you know, a person from the Korean community goes out and throws a pitch, you know?
Right.
So I did a lot of events like that with Adam. And during Clubhouse, we made a pivot to just doing Black Jewish events in Black and Jewish communities, and also with Black Jews, and then also Holocaust survivors for Holocaust Remembrance Day. And we're actually doing one next week as well for Yom HaShoah, where we're bringing on numerous amounts of Holocaust survivors. Now there's about 4 or 5 of them on Clubhouse, maybe 6.
But you started first. Everyone should know.
Yeah, I started it first. I drove up to Harlem to meet this guy, Sammy, who was a child survivor. He was a child of survivors. And he was just in a work camp. And, you know, and like, you know, he's lived his whole life, and he started speaking a few years back about it. And we brought him on, you know, so.
Amazing.
Yeah, we got people with like Lupe Fiasco, like big rappers, celebrities, just, you know, influential tech people from Clubhouse that own Clubhouse.
Yeah, you had like Jeff Garlin in for the Seder. You had a lot of incredible people.
Well, the Seder wasn't, I want to say it was not mine, but I was just performing there. But like for the original one that we did in January, we did the room for like 14 hours, and we did another one for like 16 hours, and we just did it all day, and a lot of important people came.
Can you tell everyone your Clubhouse so they can give you a follow?
I think it's Kosha Dillz, but it's Kosha Dillz on Clubhouse, but it comes up as Rami Evanesh, like my regular name. But it's like my ad sign. It's like my Instagram and all that's what I say.
Definitely a must hear for everyone who's listening.
Yes, I guess if you follow me, you get notified or something like that. But yeah, it was with Sammy Stogman. He has his own profile now, and we're trying to make him, you know, and I think it's important because, you know, we had 3,700 people in the room at one time. And you can't actually have that anywhere for a Holocaust survivor. So, I mean, and no one's going to go see a Holocaust survivor. It's not something you're like, oh, let's go to the museum to see a Holocaust survivor. It's like a lot of effort to do that, including the survivor has to get there, the, you know, staff. This is something that you could just turn on your phone, and next thing you know, you got, you know, 50, 100, 200 people in the room, 300. And just that alone is great. But, you know, the capability of it getting bigger and bigger is what we were trying to do. And it's like a lot of people are on there, oh, you should go on and do your music stuff. And, you know, I do music stuff on Clubhouse. I do Holocaust education on Clubhouse. I do Black Jewish, you know, interrelationship things as well. And if I think it's dope, I want to do it, you know, and this is like what I'm into. It's like what I do.
No, it's great. It's great. So yeah, everyone give him a follow for that for sure.
Hit it.
But yes, you said you do music rooms, so good segue. I want to kind of hear how you got started with music. What was your journey, you know, growing up?
Like I said, my buddy Yak, he is like I came from a rap battle scene, so I was like 17. it was like, this is in the late 90s, 99, in my senior year of high school. I played a place called New Rican Poets Cafe, and I entered a battle as Kosha Dillz, and everyone made fun of me. Like, I mean, this is a time when people would boo you, you know what I mean? And I think that's what makes me different. Everyone says, like, how long you been in music for? When I came into music, like, I got booed, and I got booed for many years, you know what I'm saying, by people that's what hip hop is, like real rap, not this, I make a song. So I came out battling, and that's it. I did that for 10 years. Yeah. I did from 99 to 2010. And I won all the way up to like in 2009, I won the Hot 97 battle at Giant Stadium. Then I played Summer Jam in 2010. And that led to me like opening for like everyone. Like, I mean, I played with everyone, Kendrick Lamar, Mac Miller. I played shows, festivals, every rapper you could imagine. And if I haven't played, then I'll probably play with them again. So it went on. Like I really had a lot of success from that rap battle that kind of got me offered a record deal. When I started, there were no Jewish rappers. There was like deathcore Jewish rappers named like Necro. They're like rapped about like drugs, sex, and like some like hardcore Jewish thug stuff, like Jewish gangsters of like Bugsy Siegel. Sort of that was like what it was. Cause I come from like dark. I was like selling drugs. I was incarcerated for a little bit, and like got arrested really twice in college. That sort of, when I got sober, I started rapping a lot more in the mid 2000s, and that's when I started getting my success. And through that journey, 10 years, I had like some big moments. I had a Super Bowl commercial that was like the number one scene, like seen by 100 million people. I became a playable video game character in NBA 2K. Was sold like 10 million games, so you could be Kosha Dillz in a video game. And then I got on this thing called Vans Warped Tour, which was with, it's like all punk rock bands. And I was like the punk rock rapper. They had like a hippie rapper. They had like Machine Gun Kelly. They had G-Eazy. They had like, and I was like Kosha Dillz, like rapping at a tent. And then I got to a bigger stage a couple years later, and I got, and I went back down. And that's sort of been a whole nother outlet for me of like when I was touring.
Sure.
And I would do Shabbat dinners during these festivals at my events. I even did Passover Seders and stuff, and like at Coachella called Mozzarella. So whenever I started getting bigger, I just kept doing cool Jewish stuff, because from Modest Yahoo, touring with Modest Yahoo, there was like either hardcore Jewish rap, like I said, and there was Modest Yahoo. And I was like the in-between, where I really liked both. I really liked rapping, like rap. I also love making songs, but I just love rapping. I rap every single day of my life. Just like other, people sing and stuff.
It's probably your first words, rapping, right?
Yeah, I was like, rap, no. But like, and then I just figured out how to make a living from it. You know what I mean? And that's just consistently been it. And the community has been cool, because when I toured Modest Yahoo, I met like every synagogue like in the world. Like I was with him all over the world. So anywhere
how did you get in contact with him? How did you guys start working together?
I knew this guy, Jonah David, who was his drummer. And when I met Modest Yahoo, he was like, he didn't even have kids yet. This is 2004. Wow. And I was like out of jail for like a few months. And like, I'm going over some Jewish guy's house who wants me to rap. And like, he might let me rap on stage with him. And all I want to do is rap. And he's like, okay. And I went on, and I never saw so many Jews in my life. I mean, there were so many Jews. It was Christmas night. I was like, what is everyone doing? I was like, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I had never traveled either. It's like I had like been to New York, and like at that point I'd been to like Pennsylvania and Florida. That was like all I've ever, and I was from Jersey.
Crazy.
So when I was there, and I didn't see, Modest Yahoo became super famous after that. And then somehow I did a song with him and another rapper. And then, 2009, after I won the Summer Jam battle, people started like bringing me around, because at this point I was all over. I was like on the radio and everything, and people were talking about it. And this was MySpace era. So the world was like Twitter and MySpace, and people were like, yo, this guy Kosha Dillz won, so it became like a big talking point. And it was still really underground rap. And Modest Yahoo. So in between, I think the white rapper then, it wasn't Mac Miller, it was this dude, Asher Roth, who had the song I Love College. I don't know if you know the song, but he was like the first white rapper. And I was like opening for him and Modest Yahoo. It was kind of crazy. And I'm like, yo, it's about to happen. It never really happened, but like a lot of this stuff was happening, you know, and you go on to the next and to the next and the next. And through that way, the Kosha Dillz identity just became more Jewish, going to Israel a lot, just, you know, same stuff. And
Right.
and just, you know, just doing what I was doing, rapping like a rapper.
It's crazy. So who are your like major musical role models growing up, or even now? Have they changed?
Yeah, like you know, I'm just inspired by my friends mostly, like in my scene. So like I was never like, ooh, this is my favorite artist. Like I grew up on Wu-Tang Clan, and I like live by that. Like, cause I was born in Edison, New Jersey. So everyone knows I'm Israeli. My whole family, my brothers and my parents are from Israel, and I was the first one born in the States. So hence my name's Rami. And I would go to like school and listen to like Wu-Tang and like Biggie Smalls. And like, that was like what was happening. You know what I mean? Like at the time when I started getting into rap, Biggie had just died, Tupac died, and Wu-Tang was like all over the map, just like, you know, huge. And if there was anything like as time went on, I was just like working with friends. Like in my first time I got into a magazine, like I remember 2008, I'd connected with some people in the Jewish music scene. And when I heard the first Modest Yahoo stuff, I was like, that's when I started really getting into like using Jewish like influence into my music, because I was meeting Jewish people and they're like, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And on a personal level, I liked all the Jewish stuff. And then I just kept going back to the rap stuff. And I was like, okay, I could just mix it all up, you know? And that's kind of what I was doing. And people were like, whoa, it's cool. And then just the more popular I got on the internet, just Jewish people started reaching out to me. And I realized I was like, oh, I could collaborate with these guys and these guys. And my influence now has went from like Wu-Tang and Biggie Smalls to like Kid Cudi to, you know, indie rock music, like Yacht to, you know, I was just trying to find really cool stuff. I was listening to bands that I met at South by Southwest. And I would say now all my stuff that I'm really into is like people that I meet or know, and I listen to their music. And, you know, I'll go on discovery binges and be like, ooh, you know, now I'm trying to make pop songs and rap pop and just indie. And I've been doing it so long. I'm trying different things, you know, to see what works. Children's music, you know, funny music, serious music.
Holiday music.
Bagel music. Yeah, exactly. Bagel music's great.
So that was honestly really great to hear who all of your inspiration people are. I mean, it's always so great to know that and then see that other person's work. So in the sense of like freestyle, where did you learn that? What interested you about that style to begin with? Was that where you felt like the most free?
There's a reason why I got into freestyling. It was that because, you know, when I would tour with Modest Yahoo, I would get like 2 or 3 minutes on stage. And jamming is super part of like jam band culture and like reggae culture and people sitting in. It's called sitting in. So it's like, oh, let me sit in with your band, you know. The idea of freestyle was like, oh, I would open up for a rapper. And this guy was, you know, my first album was called Freestyle versus Written, 2008. That was my first like public thing. And the guy freestyled, he was a huge freestyle artist and was C-Ray's Walls. And he really inspired me more to freestyle because, you know, people just didn't care about my songs. And like I said, it was like a very underground rap. It's like a lot of bitter people and just like a lot of haters. So feels bitter people, man. It's just like real like, blah, blah, you know, and that's not, it's just not. And like, no one was trying to give like me a pass, and especially like bitter white underground rappers that would think you're dope or not dope. And it's very like competitive. And if I have 10 minutes on stage and no one knows my songs, like I want to get the crowd involved and I want to sell my merch. Right. So people weren't didn't want to hear songs. So I'd have to freestyle to get them to respect it, and then hit them with a song because they're like, yo, he's dope. Okay, let's listen to him. And that's really what happened, you know? So I would write, and then, you know, have my songs, and that's how I did. And then when I was with Modest Yahoo, I was like, well, I don't want to just do a song up here. It's like the band is just making it up as it goes, and I'm on stage. So I would freestyle. I mean, it would be like 10,000 people, 5,000 people, 1,000 people, 800 people. And it was just like that all the time. And a crowd is in the front. So you're just rapping about things and making references that they would know in each city. So I would be like, oh, Omaha. And I would think about all the things in Omaha, or Chicago, or pizza, and Chicago deep dish, and, you know, Chicago Cubs, Chicago White Sox, Wicker Park, 312 area code, and like all these things that you just think of, right? And people will be like, yo, he was talking about, and then you get this connection with people, because freestyling is more not about being an improv artist, but it's more about connecting with people to get them engaged, right? So it's like when you make a TikTok video, if they don't really, if you're like, well, I want to make a video about nursing, and everyone's like, well, we're not here for nursing, you know what I'm saying? Like, we want you to make a video about us. We're giving you suggestions to make videos about.
Right.
They're gonna like really engage with you if you listen to their suggestions, right? So if they're like, hey, make something about Jewish moms, and you're like, well, I want to do videos about popcorn, and we're like, well, all right, but probably not gonna come, like, you know what I mean? It's cool and all, but
So what advice would you give to someone who's trying to get into like freestyling?
There's no advice needed to get into freestyling. You have to freestyle first. There's nothing else to it.
But to be quick and witty, like, did you like look at a lot of words or associations with words? Anything?
You have to be rapping. You have to rap. Like, if you want to speak a language, you have to speak it. You have to learn it. You know, you have to go speak. You know, you want to speak Spanish. You don't got to speak Spanish with people who don't speak Spanish. You got to go speak Spanish with people who only speak Spanish to you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to speak Hebrew, you have to speak Hebrew with people and say, I'm sorry, I'm not so good at Hebrew. And everyone's like, oh, well, it's embarrassing. And that's what people think with freestyle rap or improv. We're like, well, I'm not so good, so I want to do this other thing. Well, that's not what we're here doing.
Right.
We're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So you want to freestyle, like, that's the advice. Like, if people ask me that all the time, it kind of gets me like angry. It was just like, yo, I wasn't that good when I started. You know what I'm saying?
Obviously, you're supposed to get better if you're doing it for so long too. I'm sure.
Exactly.
Like,
and even if you pick like a whack freestyle, like you could keep rapping, and then at one moment you could catch a thing, and like you could feed off energy and then just make something really great. You know, so. That's just like everlasting change, you know, with that. You could just completely do that over and over again. Absolutely. So keep trying. I guess that's for anything. It doesn't have to be just freestyle. It could be anything that you're doing. It's like, how do I get more strong in the gym? Like, you have to go to the gym. It's just like, no, it's like, how do I lose weight?
You're right. You're absolutely right. I'm just asking for all of the children who want to rap for a nice Jewish boy, nice Jewish girl, the whole shebang. But okay, so getting into the rap, the freestyle. Can you write a freestyle right now? I have not told Kosha Dillz about this before. You words: Jewish mom, bagel, and Passover.
I can't write it. I could do it. I could freestyle about.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Can you like do a freestyle? Yeah. I'm sorry, right, freestyle. Okay. Sheryl Cohen doesn't understand the freestyle.
Okay, so I'll do Sheryl Cohen, Jewish mom, bagels, and Passover. Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
Hold on to your hats here. It's gonna be a wild ride. Okay.
Holding.
Okay. I make a newest song for my Jewish mom. People say, what kind of music do you listen to? Press the button on, feeling like it's able. No bagels on my table, only matzah and a sable. Mercury the fish, yo, this jersey with my slick. Shout out to the microphone, I hold it, it is lit. You see the king focus on the throne like Moses, and the people see me on the microphone. They like, oh, it is the truth when I spit in the booth. I'm lyrics to go and I'm lyrics to who. When I make a rap song for people that rap cool, they like my Jewish mom told me to stay in school. but I got a bachelor's degree and I rap on a beat. See, it's classically free. I put chocolate on my matzah and that will be me. But after Sunday, you could eat a bagel with everything on it. You could get a girlfriend, put a wedding ring on it. I ain't stressing this on it when I feel that fair, like Libby Ms. Walker with the hat and the hair. I rap to the rare when I rhyme on and off. If I never find my way, I get Lost Tribe Sports. Put the TV on with a bagel, split it outcome. Put matzah with the butter in the morning in a salmon. Don't ask me how come, what you about, and this is a freestyle. I hope you about trust. I don't know.
Go off. Okay. Everyone watching this video is internally clapping too, raising the hands in the Clubhouse. That was insane.
This is a sass emoji. If you write sass. Yes.
Wow, that was amazing.
Did I get it? Sheryl Cohen. What was I have this one rap I've been playing with. I'm like,
yeah, go.
Excuse me, Sheryl Cohen, go in while I drink Poland Spring with my friends in Poland.
I love that.
Yeah.
And so I know you and I were talking about maybe something fun on Mother's Day, so people should potentially tune in for that.
When is Mother's Day?
Coming up, May.
Okay. I got to dress up I got to do something with a Jewish mom on the street.
Yeah, we'll do something fun, so everyone should totally look out for that.
Yes.
So we're going to do some of the nitty gritty of the night. So as the bagel king, like you have been crowned the legitimate bagel king, where do you get the best bagels from? And I know that Cali was told they have the best bagels. What do you think?
Oh, well, that was a troll article.
It had to have been a troll, right?
Yeah, because it was a girl from New York Times that's from New York that moved to California that wrote about bagels. And she writes about food. And so they gave love to those places, but they also gave love to New York spots too. So, but it was just a headline. It didn't actually even that article was shared so much because it almost agrees that the bagels of New York are the best. But the way it was just formatted. The bagels of New York is the best.
But where do you get your top bagels from?
I go to this place called the Bagel Store, which is in Park Slope. They invented the rainbow bagel. Greenberg's Bagels is really good in Bed-Stuy, which I shot some of the video at. There's a place called Baz Bagel, which I haven't been to yet, but I heard is phenomenal. But that's a really big spot in Manhattan. Tompkins is a really good place in Manhattan. It has 2 spots. And Yeasty Boys, I would say on the West Coast is really good. They have a truck bagel, and this guy Evan that I've known him for a while, and they've really been killing the bagel game out there. And it's just different. And there's a place called the Bagel Nook in New Jersey that has Cheeto bagels and just crazy stuff that you would be what are they doing to these bagels? And I had a bagel there. I did a release party there at their bagel store rapping, and their place is good. And then there's the O Bagel in Hoboken, New Jersey.
You were educating me on my bagel knowledge of New York.
Yeah,
City.
you could do a whole little tour. I mean, there's just a lot of spots.
I think
Edith made my bagel jewelry.
We need a bagel date, where we just hop to different bagels.
Yeah, we could totally do it. Yeah.
For those of you listening, all of the places that were listed, nice Jewish boys and nice Jewish girls, take note, because if somebody asks you for breakfast and where to go, that is
I have a huge list. But definitely just go to Greenberg's is really good. It's a cute spot, and Jewish owns, and it's really nice. And
reporting live, by the way, this is the Dave Portnoy of bagels. Okay.
There you go. Oh, wow. Thank you.
So this question, since you love bagels so much, I hope you would never do this to a poor bagel. Is a bagel a sandwich?
No, it's a bagel.
Thank you. Now give your validation, though. We're asking everyone this, by the way.
Oh, really? Yeah, no, a bagel is, it's just different. It's different kind of, it's a different creation. A sandwich is pieces of bread a sandwich is, it's in its own category, just like a bagel's in its own category. It's bagels, sandwiches, vegetables.
And if you're hanging out with a friend, right, and they say they want a sandwich, do they come out with a bagel? No.
Oh, they come out, maybe they toast it. Because the other thing, bagels are better not toasted. They're better hot and like fresh, but not toasted. When a bagel becomes old, like a day old, people toast it to bring it back to some sort of life, but it actually drains the hydration from it.
Wow, we're getting the ultimate bagel knowledge.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I learned this though. I'm saying I learned this one by making this song. Like I learned it because there's like a lot of snobbery.
That's amazing. He does his research, guys.
Yeah. No,
And
but
a nice Jewish boy who's gonna do some research. That's all I have to say.
It's pretty like it's a really interesting world. I would say there's a really great blog to follow called the Brooklyn Bagel Blog, and they have like a little foodie community on Clubhouse where you could like hop in these bagel rooms and have discussions.
Joining that group. I caused a ruckus on Clubhouse asking this question. So thank you very much.
Yo, listen, it's an important thing, and it's not a sandwich, and that's it.
Boom, done.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Sandwich. Love it. Love it. And so the last question is, how Sheryl Cohen is your mother? Be as specific as you possibly can.
Israeli mothers are different than Sheryl Cohen's, I think, because it's like and it's interesting because my mom has like this New Jersey Israeli accent. She's like, oh, that is a coffee. And it's like,
Say it again.
Oh, Ramchile, I need a coffee, like a coffee. She gets her Dunkin', like she gets Dunkin', you know what I mean? She's like a Jersey Israeli. It's just funny. I would say, yeah, so she's kind of I would say she's distant from it. She's very like, my mother specifically is kind of like, and I say this with the most loving way because she's kind of like airheady a little bit. So it's so cute because she's so smart, but she's like, oh, like she's like, she laughs like she's like she smoked weed or something, but she's never, you know what I'm saying? She's like, and laughs hysterically. But I have
on you. Does she want you to find a nice Jewish girl? Is she
of course
with your career?
Yeah, of course. But like I've been, like I said, I've been really successful and blessed to like, pay for everything. Like I don't, you know what I mean? I've been doing it successfully for many years. So like I've been in business for over 10 years. So
what you're saying is Jewish mother approved.
Yeah.
You had to give me a number, like a legitimate number now, out of Sheryl Cohen. 10 being the most of Sheryl. One being not at all.
I would say
decimals are allowed.
I would say like my mom in comparison, I think she'd be like a 5.5. Because she has like that, half of it. It's just different. Israeli moms are just different. It's different.
I love it. Well, first of all, oh my God, it was so great talking to you. You have so much to share. Hit him up for your bagel knowledge, raps for your birthday.
My album's called Nobody Cares Except You. And it's on Spotify. It's really important, to follow artists on Spotify and YouTube because Instagram, it doesn't even show you. So you get like notifications. My website's koshadillzworld.com and you can see all the stuff there. But I'm pretty easy to find. But I would love for people to listen to my album because that's like my deepest work. And it's like you want to take a dive into my personal life and songs about love and dating or, Tommy Pickles from the Rugrats. That's all there on my album, and it just came.
Listen to it. Full validation over here. Like I said, Jewish mother approved check.
I love it. Well, I'm happy to be on your show, and what an honor it is for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, look, I'm just so happy you moved here and that we were able to reconnect, and that I was able to even learn more about you, and it's great. Every day we're learning. Seriously. Moses with the bars. I would love to rap. If you could dress up as a Jewish mom on Mother's Day and I could be, Moshe Rabbeinu, that would be fun. You can't give too much away. Yeah. Stay tuned, guys. Mother's Day. But thank you so much. You are amazing. And you're amazing. Thank you guys for a great show. See you guys next time. Peace. Jewish mom approved.
In addition to giving my advice on the YouTube, the TikTok, the Spotify, I have decided to talk to some NJBs and NJGs on the Clubhouse. Go follow me. Welcome to your favorite time of the week. It's Comedy Hour, Ask Your Jewish Mother. So ping all of the Jews. We're going to be waiting. This should be so fun. I see Chloe's in the audience. Okay, we're pinging.
First of all, how was everybody's Shabbat? What's going on? Chloe, you do nothing, you say nothing, you appreciate what's been given to you. Hashem clearly loves you, okay? So, Chloe, we should all be like Chloe and have a 6'2" lawyer, okay, who's too religious. Oh my God, biggest problem in the world. Daniel, what do you do? And what did you do to your arm? I see in this picture, by the way, he's wearing a sling. Are you too klutzy? Like, talk to me. Daniel, have you seen a doctor? You can't open a door for a girl, a nice Jewish girl, if you have a broken arm. So we got to get that fixed in no time. I see Jonathan. Jonathan, what's going on? Talk to your Jewish mother.
What's going on?
Well, you know, Jonathan, fill me in. I mean, every time I see you, you're talking about a new girl. Okay, very on the ridiculous side. So do you have a nice Jewish girl yet? You know, did you find the one?
I cannot do both.
What's going on? I see so many more people in the audience, so why don't you guys come on up? Oh my God, Jessica's here. Jessica, do you have a question for your Jewish mother? Jessica, are you alive? Are you gonna answer your Jewish mother?
Sure.
You know what, Jessica, stick to your day job is all I have to tell you. It's fine, I understand. You know, no hard feelings, it's okay. So Jay is over here. Hi Jay, what's going on? Do you have any questions for your Jewish mother? You know, this sounds like somebody who, you know, is not so classy, so I would probably swipe on the left side. I think that's the no-no section, the oy vey. Ezra, what's going on? Talk to your Jewish mother. Okay, Ezra, we really have to do something about this. We're working on it. I know last we spoke, you were working for Uber. Did you cancel that job and start going to law school like I told you?
Thanks for a great show. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You get the best of matzah. Even though Passover is over, you eat it true. You got the best of matzah. Hi everyone, thanks so much for sticking around. I'm hoping you'll have a nice Jewish boy or girl by next week.